Hey LOL. Hey. Nesha.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Stephen Curry, one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight, is one of the most exciting and dynamic players in the league. Kenny, you know what I like to say. He makes it look effortless. Maybe the best shooter of all time. You ready to go that far?
Of all time?
You ready to go that far?
I just can't give it to you after that few of seasons. I just say that
he won a championship.
Yes, he won a championship.
But he's up there with us now. He's in the house.
He's in the house.
He can get in the party.
But Reggie Miller and Ray Allen had done it over a longer block of time.
Not like Steph Curry done it.
But he's done it bigger in a shorter span. So I will still go with my two guys, Reggie and Ray.
You know, his career from three-point, Ernie, he's 44%, which is insane. And listen, he's not taking one or two a game. He's taking 9 three-pointers a game. Long three-pointers, deep, off the dribble. Splaka-kataya.
And that's why I say he makes it look
effortless.
Time for tip-off as we send it to Kevin Harlan.
Hey Catfish.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
Mine was magnificent.
So Golden State will get the first possession. Green with the ball. Gasol covering. Green kicks to Curry.
Good.
There's the... triple. They grab their own miss. Here's Bogut. Off the left rim and out.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts. And the energy of a mountain lion.
And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Rose. Gasol's got his first points in this one. Warriors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Thompson for 3. And the Warriors get it back.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And both free throws good for Dunleavy. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the ball.
Bogut gets the bucket.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. And we'll see if that's the case here.
Now here's Rose. Dishes it to Noah. It's stolen by Bogut. The drive. By Thompson. Banked in off the glass. Thompson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his second season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then, and that's over a decade later.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
They get the rebound. Green, and it's all evened up.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
There's Rose with the 3. Rose can't get that one to fall.
He has got a lot of confidence in his game. You have to if you think you can knock one down from there.
Yeah, you know, I think he maybe needs some time for some direct admonishment.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Gasol. Nice form on the 20-footer. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
It's Curry with the drive, and he drops it in from the low post.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Rose with another miss. The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
1:44 left here in the opening quarter.
Those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Now here's Gibson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Here is Livingston. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. Here's Azili. Spates sets a screen. And Leandro Barbosa again.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And again, Chicago, no good. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Livingston, and there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004. Draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And the second free throw, good. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. The drive by Brooks. The dish to Gibson. All alone. Offensive rebound. Here's Gasol. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Warriors leading by 3. Livingston passes to Iguodala. He dishes it to Livingston. 16 seconds left in the first. Here's Iguodala. The shot no good. Great D that time from Gibson. Mirotic has a wide open look, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Mirotic has got his first bucket of the night. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because this has been my decision, too. And I want to make it great, actually. Not good, but great.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
The big men are Gibson and Noah. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the technical free throw is good. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was the head of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Rose, that's good.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Here's Dunleavy following the basket by Stephen Curry. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Five to shoot. Left side Rose. From outside the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Rose has got 5.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Here's Gibson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Thompson for 3. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Gibson with the screen on Barnes. Back to Butler. Passes it to Noah. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Gibson. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop. And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next, for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Bogut. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Green with the block. Shot's good by Gibson.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Pau Gasol's checked in for the Bulls. Brooks comes in for Rose. There's a good screen. Thompson inside the line. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 6 points for Klay Thompson. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Brooks dishes to Butler. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
We've got 1:48 left here in the second. Brooks kicks to Dunleavy. Gasol against Green. Gasol passes to Dunleavy. Great tee that time from Green.
just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Curry kicks to Barnes. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
So for the Bulls, Mirotic is checked in for Noah, and it's Heinrich in for Dunleavy. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now here's Heinrich. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Barnes dishes to Livingston. Shoots from 12. No good from Spates. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Here's Brooks. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Iguodala against Butler. Brooks outside. Here's Mirotic. And a miss there on the triple. One second left, and that's not going to go. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He's got 8 points and 5 assists.
Chicago trailing here. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Rose, that's good. Rose has got the first basket of the third quarter for Chicago.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket. And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
The Bulls shooting reasonably well, 45%. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game. Bulls trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Rose, that's good.
The defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Curry kicks to Barnes. He feeds it to Green. Again, the miss by Green. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Rose against Thompson for the lead, and he hits the jump shot. And 11 points for Derrick Rose.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season, seem to think that Clark was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game, and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Thompson kicks to Green. Curry setting the pick for Green. The dish to Curry. Screen by Bogut. Curry passes to Barnes. Puts up a 3, and that one's good. Barnes has got 6 points.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Butler against Curry. Now here's Butler. He's covered closely. Just 5 to shoot. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that's never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Rose goes in. Green with the rebound. The Warriors leading. Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Curry.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Rose in the post. He's covered by Thompson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Andrew Bogut. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy, and Brooks subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Rose hits them both.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. 6 to shoot. Here's Thompson. And the Warriors miss again.
You know, in talking about D. Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Curry, and it's in off the backboard. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Rose kicks to Mirotic. Now the pass to Gibson. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Curry against Rose. Baseline J on the way. The shot is off. Great D that time from Curry. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Covered by Mirotic.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Brooks kicks to Gibson. Iguodala with the steal. 1:11 left to play in the third. Pass to Green. On the wing, Thompson. The 17-footer. Chicago grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rose kicks to Brooks. Gibson with the screen on Curry. Brooks, the pass to Gibson.
And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA. He's already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. He's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots. Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Here is Livingston. Brooks covering. Barbosa against Heinrich. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Warriors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Barbosa against Heinrich. Just 5 on the clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Warriors have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Brooks. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Good looking screen by Gasol. Brooks dishes to Heinrich. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And the Bulls lead by 1. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And here are the Warriors now. It's a one-point game. Butler teams have done Levy on the perimeter. Mirotic is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Brooks in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Goes back up, and Gasol with the lay-in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Chicago making some changes. Noah comes in for Mirotic, and it's Rose in for Aaron Brooks. And then for Golden State, Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa, and Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Chicago leading. Rose with the ball. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries. Now Thompson. Feeds it to Spates. Kicks to Barnes. Spates sets a screen for Barnes. The screen from Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. And Curry, here we go. Yes, it is. Well, that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making. Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside. That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
Gasol's in the post. Spates on him. It's Gasol missing. The Warriors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Releases. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Rose in the post. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Rose missing. Warriors have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Curry attacking, and the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Green, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Rose against Curry. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Rose against Thompson. Now the feed to Gasol. Barnes grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Curry. He kicks to Bogut. Barnes with it. Gasol covering. Screen by Bogut. Thompson for 3. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Rose attacking, and that one's good. Rose has got 14 points here in the second half.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
And he gets the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Green, the screen. Thompson from long range. Again, the miss by Thompson.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Rose passes to Noah. Butler kicks to Rose. Gasol up top. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on it.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
Rose dishes to Butler. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
Jimmy Butler. At the line for the Bulls. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And Thompson kicks to Curry. They double-team Curry. Green with a screen for Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. And again, no good by Golden State. Bulls have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Rose. Connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
It's Curry with the drive. Sinks it.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater. No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Butler kicks it to Noah. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. They're both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
"17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Rose outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Chicago, Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Outside Butler, stolen by Thompson. And here is Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us how you were able to take control of this game and pull out the win here tonight.
You know, we missed some key shots, but in the end, we just stuck together and played good defense. You know, we helped each other out, so we played real good collectively tonight.
Thank you, Clay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Doris, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
DJ Khaled!